Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Clumsy. Today I wanted to start a game called Monster Sanctuary, which I have played in the past a couple years ago. I was when I got into it, I really got into this game. I really loved it. It's like a Metroidvania monster collecting RPG game that has so many layers to it. And it's been a couple years since I played it, so I wanted to get back into it. They've added quite a few additional layers to the game that I wanted to explore, mainly the game modes here. So they've added these game modes as well as an additional area and another additional 10 monsters that you can control. So I wanted to do a playthrough where I played with most of this stuff. I had a video that I recently put up and then I had to take it down because I didn't quite understand what the permadeath meant, and I let one of the characters, actually a couple of them, get killed really quick. So the permadeath down was just run. It ended really quick. So I want to be a little bit more cautious on this run. So this is take 2 of episode 1, and I had some audio quality issues before also. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a new game. We're going to do the Bravery Mode. We're going to do the randomizer. We are going to do the relics and the permadeath like we did before, but we're going to end up having a different seed here, so we're going to have a different set of monsters to play with than, again, what was beforehand. And I'm just going to take this as if I am explaining the game to new players as we're playing, since it's going to be new to me too again, minus a couple hours that I invested before my permadeath already got the better of me. So let's get into it here, and let's see what happens. So this is my previous permadeath where I've only left with 2 characters, so incredibly hard to mess with. We're just going to overwrite that game file here, and we're going to start our new game here. And this is going to be that was Onion. I think I'm going to name this guy Garlic because I have a feeling I'm going to stink at this game. Garlic is actually great, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. All right, the Monster Sanctuary is a land far from any other human civilization. While wild monsters are dangerous to humans, monsters raised by them grow loyal to their owners. So, okay. Most of the people in Monster Sanctuary reside in the Keeper's stronghold. Many of them learn to raise and train monsters. They call themselves Monster Keepers. Amongst the most prestigious Monster Keepers, there are 4 prominent old bloodlines tied to the Monster Sanctuary's history. Each of these bloodlines is aided by a spectral familiar. Normally you get to choose your familiar in here, but because we're doing randomizer, we are going to get one assigned to us. It looks like we have the wolf. Those familiars are ageless protectors of their family. Garlic is just starting out to become a monster keeper like his ancestors before him. As with all the starting monster keepers, his journey begins on the Keeper's Trail. His bloodline familiar bears the form of a spectral wolf. Name your monster. Okay, so what's a good spectral wolf name here? So I think I'm going to go with Shadow. And this time we're going to try and name every single one. We're going to sit here and think of something, even if it's just a generic kind of name, but... Okay, then we have the Polterfin, which is like a ghostly oven. So that's actually... We're going to name this one Ghostly Oven. And our last one is Yowie. Okay, so this is the abominable snowman. So we're gonna call him. Oh man, what's a great name for an abominable snowman? How about abominable? Abominable. Abomible. That sounds right, I guess. Monsters are wild things. The only reason I'm helping you is the bond I share with your family. Most monsters are less inclined than me to help you. That is why you must always raise your own monsters. They will grow alongside you just as I will, and they will fight for you. The best way to gain a monster loyalty is to hatch it from its egg. Of course, this will have to fight monsters to get those eggs. Look at the blob over there. It is not a blob, it is a bunch of oak trees. Initiate a fight by contact. You'll see if you live up to your ancestors. Okay, so here we go. So we have Druid Oaks. They are all weak to fire and they are resistant to nature. And what do we have here? So I think I'm gonna immediately put that there because I have a feeling that we're not going to have quite the ability to do huge damage to these guys all the time. Do these all do about the same? Okay, we're going to try and get through these quickly again. Your characters always go first, followed by the attacking team, and you can actually have up to 6 monsters in your party, and each one can before the battle you can choose which 3 you want to put into the battle. And that may be something we will have to do in this run, really explore what the weaknesses and the traits of the enemies that we're fighting. Right now we just have the 3, so we don't really have a choice in the matter. But we'll have to watch that a lot more carefully, even on normal battles probably, for specific areas. The good thing about the game is that every single monster has a use. Whether or not they have a synergy in the particular team we're playing in is a whole different story. So, we have to hope that we can get some monsters that can create some kind of synergies so that they kill fast and efficiently. Based on the effectiveness of your combat strategy, you'll get a ranking of 1 to 5 stars. Earning a higher rating increases your chances of getting better drops like rare monster eggs. Okay, so monster eggs will not drop in this run, just so everyone's aware, because it is a bravery run. There's some statues around here. They kind of tell you about the past. Young Keeper, 'tis the Keeper's trail beginning. For all of man, beast and sanctuary has beginning. Okay, so these guys are just weak to physical attacks, which is good, and he's weak to fire. So this is actually a pretty good matchup for us because everything here has some kind of a weakness for us that we can exploit. One thing we have to be aware of, though, is I don't believe any of our characters can heal right now. But we don't have any skill points or anything to devote to our characters quite yet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so we got our first level. As your monsters gain experience in combat, they also will increase in level. This allows them to gain new skills. You should take a look at the skill tree menu. Okay, we're going to take a look at that right now. We're going to go to the skill tree menu here. So each of the characters has anywhere from 3 to 4 different skill trees, and each one has different abilities. So if we look at him, he has like ice abilities, neutral attacks. This is like a buffing system. This character has some fire stuff. Whole bunch of different things here. So we're gonna have to choose like a path that we want to get down, and how we want to build our characters. The Spectral Wolf has a bunch of cool like air, neutral, and ice attacks, and then he has a little bit of buffing too. But right now we do not have a healer that can actually do any healing yet. Yowie has the ability to heal, but it's really not. We have to get supply first, and it's only a 4% heal at the start of every turn. We don't get the heal until sometime around level 10 with him, and then it's a mass heal, so it's kind of mana intensive. But I think that that's important, that we actually plan to get him down to that path. This is an incredibly powerful character. He's a very good tank, so we're gonna have to build him like a tank. Now with him, I think we're gonna start with, we're gonna work on getting their attacks and everything up. We're gonna want to let Burning Heat, Kindle, Attack Mastery. Those are probably all some good ones to start with. And mana charging is not bad either. Charge stacks aren't too bad, but we also might want to get Coal Toss, because it applies burn automatically. So if we apply burn, and then we have burn here, we may not need this until we get like multi-burn, which is down here. So that would be helpful. We'll see. Having this combined with this though, where it can't be dodged, would still give the burn effect a lot of times. So that might be the way to go. I think that's what we're gonna try right now. And then this guy can add Chill, which is a debuff, but we can also get Lifesteal. I guess that's, we're gonna have to go some kind of a survivability route for these, and we may need heavy potion use. So let's go with that for now. This is gonna be this could be interesting. Okay, we've got a Cestus. That's a weapon. I'll go cover that in just a second. Hey, fellow keeper, do you know that every single monster possesses a special power? Some can be used to get rid of certain obstacles. Also, you might encounter some destructible walls like the ones behind me. Go on, try it. Hit it with some of your monster's abilities. So every monster has an ability. His Explore ability is Tackle. His is Fiery Shots, and his is Claws. Claws can break walls, cut through vines. Tackle can also break hidden walls, but it can move heavy objects. And then the Fiery Shots can burn vines, kindles torches, and activates fire orbs. This is actually a pretty good one. But so right now, either one of these two should be able to break this area here. And we got a Vitality Ring. Okay, so let's go to our equipment here. We do want to look at our skills. So this attack is magical. This attack is physical. This attack is magical. This attack is physical. This is physical, magical, and physical. So all of these have both physical and magical attacks. So we probably want to give the weapon that we first got, which does physical and magical damage, to the last person, because the last person in the group does the most damage based on a combo rating, and they'll explain that later on. Hey friend, are you just starting as a monster keeper, right? Did you find some equipment of your monsters already? You can make your monsters stronger by equipping them. Okay. And we got a kunai. So the next thing we want to look at is the cost of the skills and our mana regeneration. So this costs 45 mana to use, and our mana regeneration on this character is 40. This costs 30. This costs 60. And he has 80 mana, which is the little pot on the top of the screen all by itself in the middle, bottom row. This guy costs 50, 50. So all these guys they're lacking a little bit of mana regeneration. So the weapon, the kunai, gives mana regeneration, which is helpful so that they can maintain their attacks. So I think I might actually switch this so that the last character can always do his most powerful attacks. And we're going to give the Cestus to the first character. And then we're going to take a look at, we got another mana regeneration thing. Let's give this to the second character. And then for him, let's see how many hit points everyone is. So he is the most lacking in hit points. So let's bring his hit points up to level. So everyone has about 650 hit points. This won't be so much a problem as we get further into the game. Let's see, these guys are weak to fire and just avoid water. So, okay, we just don't want to do a water attack to them. So we'll set this guy on fire. Originally, in the first perma run I did, which I've taken down, I misread what it was. I thought that there was a way to get the characters back through some form of regeneration or something, and permadeath is permadeath. I don't know why I was thinking that way. Man prospered through generations, founded cities and nations, connected by dirt and wheel, and later by steam and steel. Okay, so it's describing the past. Okay, we got a bracelet which has mana regeneration. There's a guy up there, but we can't get up there yet. And we got a gauntlet. So if we go, I think he is the only one that doesn't have some kind of mana regeneration. And then let's give him, let's give this guy the gauntlet because it has crit chance. Okay. To the right is the Keeper's Stronghold, to the left is the Keeper's Trail. So if we go here, I don't think it'll let us go. This path is for the Keeper. We have to visit Old Buron. So we have to go see someone first. Let's go down here. Get some copper, which is some crafting materials. Use the crafting materials to improve the current weapons you already have. Weapons and equipment. Okay, these are all resistant to water, so we're going to want to hit them. With either neutral or water attacks if possible. The good thing is that after every battle, you do not, you don't have to heal over and over again. That's taken care of. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with, there's two really good ones. Protector is receive less damage, and Supply is healing. I'm going to go with Protector and then probably into Supply afterwards. And for this character, we are going to, what does this do? Every fire attack has a 15% chance to apply burn, and this has a 10%. So this would actually make all fire attacks have a really good chance, because you'd get both of these to proc just off of this. Our mana regeneration is not quite yet up to par. What else could we go explore with? This hits all enemies. And has a chance to apply armor break. I think we're going to go with that. let's give ourselves a little mix. We can only do it like once or so, but armor break is a good debuff. And then we have Glory, but you know what? The other character here has, what does he have? Oh, he has Channel. And then Glory after, which we will get into. Regenerate 5 mana for each heal received. That probably would be pretty good. I think right now we're just going to, his mana regen is not good yet. Let's just keep adding on to extra stuff. Get the free stuff right now. All right, here is our first egg. Crystal Snail Egg. Nice. So this will give us another monster. Okay, Crystal Snail. What does this look like? He reminds me of like Grouch, Oscar the Grouch, but he has like a giant shell out of it. So let's call him. Why do we call him Pokey? Because he looks like he goes pretty slow. Slowpoke. Let's call him Slowpoke. Let's take a look at his stuff. Maybe this is gonna be our ooh. Okay, we have to incorporate this dude. Okay, he has reduce the next attack to this monster, shields himself. So he can shield. He has a shield. So shield is just as good as healing for the longest time. We're gonna get that. And his mana regeneration is currently 38, so we will have to work on that. An Icy Skin. So this is actually the start of a really good team here with the Icy Skin, the shielding, and all that stuff. Fun using a shield an ally with the lowest shield by 50% on the monster. We're going to do that too. Okay, we're going to take out, I believe, him from the main part of the team. And then we're going to probably put him first. Do we have any? I don't think we have any additional equipment right now. Okay, that's fine. Man knew of those who wait in the woods and caverns beyond for the treasures within the long for the greed of great minds. Something like that. Okay. The goal for episode 1 is to get the old Baron and beat him. So I see here, for example, these all take a lot of damage from physical and fire. So we're going to want to put the original team in. Go. We got a crit ring and we got a level badge. Let's put the crit ring on him. What else did we get here? Got an orb. And we got a Morning Star. Okay, so if we go to equipment for him, I believe most of his attacks and everything are magic. This one is based on defense. This is based on defense. So we're gonna probably, if we're going to be a good shielder, we're gonna want defense for this character. Oh, he is a mix of he has physical attacks and he has magical attacks. So we're probably going to want to give him something that has both. But right now, I think we are going to go with... I'm going to go with this because the mana regeneration, I think, is more important than the defense temporarily. Because being able to, like, consistently shield, for example, is probably going to be better than consistently do the other things right now. Just the small benefit from the shielding, because we're not going to shield too often right now. Shields do not carry over to next rounds, like the next fights and stuff like that. So just killing these mobs doesn't really do much for us with that. Let's keep beating on this, guys. All right. So we got a Phoenix tier, and one of the things I noticed that is different about this run is Phoenix tiers used to revive dead characters, but Permadeath is in effect, so they actually change what they do now. They shield and they heal. These could be some pretty strong items, I believe. So I kind of like that they changed that, and I'm actually going to I'm going to use this as like the default team. I've kind of changed my mind because it looks like we need the DPS from the Polterfin. Man plunged into deepest abyss, forged, attacked, and slew. These endeavors were without solace. The cost of humanity never knew. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, the Polterfin is probably a good choice right now. Okay, we got some more Phoenix tiers. We got another impact ring. We can break these. We got a red gem. 150 gold. Let's talk to these guys. Hey, fellow keeper, did you know that you can change which of your monster is following you around? This allows you to use different monster abilities while exploring. And it just says left, right, and left. That's right here where we can change these guys. What is his ability? Activates earth orbs. Okay. Keeper, your first time in the Trella. This is the teleport stone. You can use it to travel quickly to other teleporters you find. Me, I'm just a traveling hunter. I made a business selling the things I find here and there. Want to buy something? So we can buy some stuff from him. The Phoenix tiers are pretty good. We can get a... You know, this is actually probably pretty good since the mana regeneration is kind of bad. I am going to buy some potions because I have a feeling we're going to need them. And then we can ask him about Old Buron. You can find him heading further west. Okay. We activate this. So now this is the first one we have. So obviously it's going to do nothing. We don't have any place else to reference it. But the next ones we can basically go between here and there now. Okay, so these guys are weak to fire. We have a couple options with the way the characters are progressing. The wolf, the yowie, and the snail can probably make a pretty decent, what they call a congeal team, where you apply chill to all the enemies, which is a debuff, and then the debuff normally doesn't do damage, but Yaoi has an ability once he gets to like level 20ish or something that does make them take damage, and it'll mess them up big time. So it's something to look into. Let me just finish exploring this small area real quick, and then we'll take a look at all the loot we have. Got a skill resetter, and we got a bandana. Okay, so let's do the skill points first. So let's give ourselves the supply. That'll give us some kind of passive healing for now. And then let's get this. And then for him, let's bring up the, let's see what this is. Glory is crit chance and crit damage by 20%. Let's do, this is going to cost a little bit more. Let's get that because that right now that's free. And I believe, let's work on this. If I remember correctly, this channel, active skills require 20% less mana. So that would help with the mana regeneration problem we're having. So we have 3 sustain rings. This is actually get us really close to being out of that being an issue right now. Let's put all of those on there. And then we have a crit ring. We have a gauntlet. And if we put that on over the gauntlet, we lower our crit chance, but we increase our crit damage. I think that'll let us burst a little bit better. And then what do we have here? What can this guy have? Defense. He just gets the leftovers, I guess. There's no reason not to give him the leftovers. Okay, and there is, this is blocked by a door. Okay, so we gotta head up. Okay, these all take damage from physical attacks, so I think we're good. That's magical, that's physical, and that hits all of them. One of them down, good. We might want to consider putting the Polterfin in the back if we're able to sustain that AoE damage. We got a walnut. That area is not, there's nothing hidden there. Got a little sound thing. Probably that's an ability of another character we don't have yet. These all take physical damage. Excuse me. So as long as we do physical attacks, they are getting their weakness taken advantage of. We're going to start moving on to them. We're going to let the Polterfin hit him. I should take out the first one. Crit ring. We already have one on him. I think we're, we'll put it on him. Yeah, we'll put a crit ring on him. We'll take that off. We'll put the shell on. fire and physical damage. Okay. He gave us a beating. Okay, we're going to try and finish off the first one. Second one. Another skill point. Awesome. Okay, so what can we do now? Let's see. This will apply chill if we get attacked. This is just another more powerful attack. 10% more damage when we use water attacks. What else do we have? We have a taunt, which I don't really want to get into yet. Every attack triggers an additional hit equal to 5% of max mana. That is probably a good one because that's a adds to the combo of the game. And Glory, Channel and Glory. This is probably pretty good too. I think for now we're gonna do this. And then what is his? He has Spell Shield. Chance to dodge magical attacks, and for every 40 mana regenerated, gain a charge stack. So he'd get 2 charge stacks per turn, and charge stacks increase the damage of your next attack by 3%. That is about a 6% increase, and if we do it with an AoE attack, that is probably even better. Every physical attack triggers an additional hit equal to 50% of the attack value. And this is physical. Now, is this physical? And that's magical. I see. So there are some advantages to mixing those two up also. I think what I'll do is I will activate this, and then we're probably going to go after this also so that we have 2 different types of physical attacks. A physical and a magical form of fire attack. And then this guy, we can sustain his mana regen, so we're going to give himself a stronger attack now. But then came the 4, free from greed or any other sin, who listened to the voice within, struck a wound to the realm's core. Okay, so they're talking about the Spectral Keepers, which we are right now one of the Spectral Keepers. It's kind of handed down from generation to generation, and that's why we have control of the wolf. We had a hidden area here. Let's see if there's anything over here real quick. Wizard hat. Okay, so fire orb. Ooh, Pandora's box. Let's see what that is. And then, do we have one that does water? That's earth. Okay, so we don't have a fire one yet. Let's see what the Pandora's box is. So it's a higher quality item because it has the yellow circle. Defense plus, receive a random buff at the start of combat. The monster can still receive another instance of that buff normally. Okay, that's nice. Let's put that on him. I think he's going to be kind of defense. He might be either defense or health orientated. I don't think we can reach that yet. Yeah, we can't reach that yet. So he should get a random buff as soon as we start. Yeah, so what did he get? He got Glory. It's going to be different every time, of course, but... And he's doing a lot more damage now since he has that level 2 of the Claws ability. Now, the Goblin here, the top bar The bluish bar is a shield. So both of those guys have shields now. The white bar is the health, and the bottom bar is his mana. So we have to go through his shield before we can continue to damage him. Not that big of a deal. I guess the shield wasn't that big. Okay, we're going to continue working on this guy's... What are we going to do here? I don't think we can go this way yet. Nope. We don't have the ability to travel that far across distances yet. Some smoke bombs. I think to the left is where Old Buron is, but I want to go to the right here because I think there's a few more chests that we can unlock in a monster fight or two. Got the Diavola. They're all fire and water. Okay, so we will punch that guy. We'll lava wave these. And we critted, so we were able to kill him. And he died to a debuff, the burn debuff. Okay, we got a tome. And 2 potions. And we got a sharp fin. This is a relic, the purple border. So 200 health, 20 crit damage, percent crit damage. When getting attacked, 70% chance to apply armor break on the attacker. Can only be equipped by aquatic monsters. So I do not believe we have a aquatic monster. You can tell, I believe. See how this one says beast under his level? This is a spirit construct. This is a spirit beast. And this is a ancient aquatic... Oh, nature monster. Okay, so we can put it on this guy. So let's maybe... Since he is capable... Health, crit damage... This is probably the most... Because he's more like a shielding character. And we want to maintain his high defense because that's what the shield basically gives its strength based on. Can we jump? We can't make that jump. Is there one thing over here? Yep. Got a ribbon. That has a lot of... 110. We'll wait for a little bit here. From this wound, rivers flowed and monsters grew mighty and cold. It is the only place for any creature that lives in peace with its nature. So fire and physical here. So we're gonna hit this guy with physical. Hit them all with fire. And finish this guy off with physical. Okay, here's Old Buron. So normally these dark oaks, these druid oaks here, they're slimes. And then over here, there's usually there was like a robot here that was deactivated. But the randomizer changes it all up. Oh, if it isn't my old friend of mine. Hey, bro, long time no see. I brought you a new student. He just hatched his first monsters. I thought you might teach him some lessons. So you're the new spectral keeper, huh? Folk call me Old Buron. I made my home at the end of the Keeper's Trail so I can teach all of the greenhorns about your new abilities as fully fledged monster keepers. But first, let's battle to see if you are worthy of this title. Okay, so normally they're slimes, like I said. Always observe your enemies carefully. Some say that the outcome of battle is decided before it begins. Since I've raised these blobs, oh, they're blobs, not slimes, myself, they are stronger than the ones you've seen so far. As you can see, their level is much higher. You can also see the weaknesses and resistances of your enemies. My blobs are weak to wind attacks. No, they're not. They're weak. These are weak to fire attacks. So we're looking at the up arrow and then the fire. That means that that's what they're weak to. And just as another little hint here, if you target them with something that they're weak against or strong against, you'll see some arrows underneath. I don't think we're going to have any trouble with these guys, but look at the top right corner of the screen. That is the combo counter. Okay, so here's the combo system that's being explained. So we're at combo 5 right now because Yowie did an attack that hit 5 times. Every action you do in combat will increase the combo counter based on how often you hit your enemies or healed or buffed your allies. This will increase the damage of the following attacks. So the first character never benefits from the combo, really. This will increase the damage of the following attack. The counter resets after every turn. So it makes sense to always try to act with your weaker, defensive, or assisting monsters first and use high hit count actions. This will maximize the damage of your offensive monsters that act later. So this character, for example, he does see the up arrow right underneath their health bar. He does extra damage to these guys. Our combo meter is now currently at 5. We may want to switch to this character and maybe hit them with something that increases the combo a little higher. That should give us a 9, and then we can hit him with the lava wave. This is going to do 145% extra damage instead of, in addition to the 110% that it says there. So 2 hits times 55, which would be 110, but we're actually going to get a higher bonus. So this should do extra damage. So if we exploit the weakness and the order in which we attack, we can do even better damage. Okay, so let's put a beating on this guy, and let's have him attack at a turn again. And then we'll follow up with the lava wave again. Now, the claw attack is probably... we should consider the fact that it does more damage because it's a higher level right now too. Alright, we got that beat. Not bad at all. You have walked the Keeper's Trail and you defeated my monsters. However, to become a proper monster keeper, you need to complete one more test. Young Keeper, your next test will be much more challenging. You must prepare for it first. If you monsters have any free skill points, use them now and use them wisely. So let's see. I don't think... Nope, we do not. So we're ready for the next battle. Have you prepared for the real test? Yes, we have. Good. You show bravery. By this time, you are not facing a normal monster. Particular powerful monsters are often described as champions. They have more health, do more damage, and act multiple times in a turn. It is your job as a monster keeper to take care of them. So it's only fitting that you beat one to become a member of the Order of Monster Keepers. Show me what you are made of. Okay, so the Shock Hopper is fire, nature, he's weak to, and he's resistant to water and air. And then below, the last one actually is what he attacks with. So he has magic attacks only, and they're water and they're air. All right, so we're gonna want to set up here. We're gonna buff this one, and he takes extra fire damage, but we're going to have the wolf go first, and then now we're going to start our attacks. And we got to be careful. I think we can survive one more double attack to the Polterfin. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use some potions, because we don't have a way to heal anybody really. And he died from the burn debuff. Got a craft box, a skill potion. Looks like we 5-starred that one. And we all got some skill points. Congratulations, young one. You have defeated the first champion, and therefore you are now a keeper aspirant. Nothing more is required of you. However, stay a little while and listen, won't you? Because there are things going on in the sanctuary that trouble me. You see, a monster cannot become this powerful by normal means, and champions usually don't accept other monsters beside them or a keeper in control of them. So he's like the exception to the rule where Old Baron had a champion monster. Champions are always an anomaly, quite rare in nature. I enhanced this golem, well, the Shock Hopper myself, to make it stronger. But even I couldn't control it for longer periods of time, so I had to deactivate it most of the time. This was normally a robot, so remember, Keeper Rangers have been finding an unusual amount of champions around the sanctuary. I regularly receive letters by Vero Mail. Veros are flying monsters, so he's saying basically a bird brings him letters from rangers who are stuck in the distant reaches of the sanctuary fighting against champions. If there weren't for my old bones, I'd go out there myself, but at least I can keep the keeper's trails safe. I trapped a champion in the caves in this area. You can take care of it if you feel up to the task. He gives you the key for that. Before you go, there's one more lesson I want to teach you. Don't worry, I don't have any other monsters for you to fight. It's about feeding your monsters. So he gives us some apples and some potatoes. Feeding your monsters will boost their stats. Caring for monsters this way is vital if you intend to face more champion monsters. But a monster always only profits from the last 3 items you gave it. Now, good luck on your road as a monster keeper. Well then, we're keeper aspirant now. Still, the only way to improve your rank is to beat more champions. And who knows, maybe they'll be the one reach the title of keeper master. There's always only one in a couple lifetimes. We could take care of other champions right now, or we can go back to the keeper's stronghold choice. First, the choice is ours. Okay, so we have a key. We have some skills. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we start working on... I like the neutral attacks with this guy. I really like tackle. Tackle is usually better than beating because it ignores armor. Oh, and that gives access to mana regeneration, and that gets us into... Do we have to get down here? Icy Fist. See, this whole area here, though, it's probably not going to be the path that we're going to be going down. Helping Hand is also a really good heal. So we have healing in this line and in this line. But his damage is where Congeal is where we want to be, and Fatal Upkeep. This is where we'll be able to make a really good Congeal team, where we apply chill and everything. So I think we're probably gonna have to put a bunch of points into this side. So we're gonna start working on that, I guess. That's probably the best thing. And then with him, we did want to give ourselves the ability to have a physical and a magical attack with fire. So let's go with that. And then we're already here. We're good with that. This chill will also help with these guys because eventually chill will actually deal damage. So him being able to apply chill will help. And he has multi-chill down here. So he can apply multiple stacks of chill, which would actually kind of help. So we're kind of on our way with forming a team here. And then what do we want to do with this guy? This guy has a chance to apply chill also, but I don't think he's not quite chill related. Like he has poison here, and then I think he has poison here, and his attacks have poison. So he's like a little bit different, but we could kind of put him in its place when we have a chance. Right now though, the chill debuff does not deal any damage. All it does is drain mana. So it is not going to win us any battles anytime soon. So we just have to be aware of that. And we have to get to like level 20 or so before we can start even taking advantage of that. Cycle through here. We're gonna go to the keeper. We're gonna go to the sanctuary. And then we'll probably call it for the episode, and we'll start up episode 2 where we're exploring the sanctuary. And additionally, we should have some additional things that we can do there then. Okay, so we just have to go back. It's not too far if we bring up the map here. It's kind of the furthest to the right, so we just have to go a little bit more. We can probably avoid most of these, but looks like we didn't get lucky on that one. These guys just kind of fold to physical attacks, just destroy them. I think we just go up this way. Hey, I'll take extra damage from fire. So we want him to go last, actually. The wolf is a pretty good DPS, but so is the Polterfin. So it's... we kind of gotta decide what situation calls best for who to attack last. In this case, since they take extra fire damage, it's a kind of a no-brainer. Oh, you know what? We messed up here. We got to go back. We have a champion monster, another champion monster we can defeat. That's what he gave us a key for, and it's down here. So let's not forget about that. Now we've used the key, and oh, it's a snail. So the snail is weak to water and air, but it takes less damage from any physical attack. So we're gonna have to hit it with water here, and then we would just want to avoid physical attacks with it. Let's go ahead and hit glory. And channel. I want to hit him. I want to make sure he gets burned. Yeah, there we go. Now he takes less damage from anything fire related, so we'll hit him with water again, or physical also. So anything magical we're okay with. Magical there, magical here. He's got a big shield we have to get through, which is gonna be a pain. Can we put any other debuffs on him? He's just got the one. If he keeps shielding himself, it's gonna take a long time to get to him. Oh man, you see, he got it again. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Polterfin to do a heal real quick here. I'm going to use him to soften him up because he doesn't have as high of an attack with the Ice Hail, and he has a level 2, so he'll probably hit stronger. There we go, got him. Okay, then now we can work on... This will eventually get us into the healing part. I'm going to keep working on, this is the only, see how the little branch here? This is the only skill you can take that would unlock the next level here. So we're going to need to get that. We're going to want to get to these. We're also going to want to get down to these, but we're probably going to be avoiding this entire tree. Now for here... I'm kind of thinking that we might want to, what is this is magic, the coal toss, maybe we go level 2 on both of those. Let's do that. And then we might want to start working on this guy getting an alternate attack. This is physical. We could always go spectral, which is magical, a neutral magical attack. But I don't know. Ice Spears is good because it has bleed, and bleed is really, really good. So that's probably a possibility. But we might just, when we get to the point where we can use it, we'll explore that, and we'll do like a skill reset if we have to. So I want to look at this. Redirects the next attack on target ally to this monster, and you shield yourself for 80 plus 25% of your defense. So this is a good way to make the monster hit you. And then this is just earth magical damage. Let's do that. Okay, we've got a sustain ring. And now we've kind of gone full circle here. We are the Arcana. If you look, now we're basically where we were in it before somewhere. We've kind of gone in a circle here, so we have to go back. But we just got that new piece of equipment. I want to see what that does. Healing skills is increased by 5%. Mana and mana regeneration plus 10. So he would lose. Yeah, I don't think that's a good item, but we don't have anything that really has healing right now. Like, we don't have a direct way to heal yet, so we have to probably just hold on to that. Let's avoid these guys. Let's get to the sanctuary. Go. You can definitely use the experience, but we'll just I don't think we're in a rush. Okay, so now this area should be unlocked. We should be able to go to, yeah, it's not stopping us from going here. All right, guys, so we have now made it to the Keeper's Stronghold. You arrived at the Keeper's Stronghold. The Stronghold has served as a base of operation for the Monster Keepers for centuries. We should explore some other areas of the Monster Sanctuary next. The Blue Caves are located just below the Stronghold. Before we head there, we should prepare yourself and your monsters adequately. You can find merchants and the blacksmith in the Stronghold to ensure that your monsters always have the best food and the best gear. If you ever feel lost or aren't sure where to go next, you can always go to the menu and use the talk feature. Talk feature allows you to ask me about our current objectives. Okay, guys, so we are going to end episode right here, episode 1 right here. Thank you guys so much for watching the Permadeath run through. We will Permadeath Bravery Master difficulty. I don't think we changed it. Master difficulty. Sorry, starting on episode 2, Master difficulty. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, we're going to I'll be back. We'll explore the Blue Caves. We'll explore the sanctuary here, and we'll see how our team evolves. We should get another egg pretty soon once we go into the Blue Caves. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying, please leave a like. As far as naming monsters and stuff like that, if you guys think of better names, I believe that there is a way to rename the character through some other method. I forgot how, but I believe there is. So it's not available yet, but if you have a favorite monster and you've played the game before, leave a comment with what you like to name your favorite monster, and we'll consider that if they show up in the feed for the available monsters we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you in episode 2 soon. Bye-bye.